Hello everyone and welcome to week 2. I'm pleased to say that I feel like we're off to a great start this semester. Your photos are coming in, your introductory videos are coming in, so I've already started to get to know you, and I look forward to continuing that process throughout this week. We do this video introduction between you and your course mates as a way to make the class feel a little bit more real. Sometimes the online setting can feel a little bit stark and distant. So we do this as an effort to make the course a little bit more personable and relatable. We use these tools to help us form connections with one another that hopefully will last beyond the timeline of this semester. Most of you have already submitted your plan for the community resources that you plan to use for your major assignments. If you haven't done that yet, I'm going to ask you to make that priority number 1 this week because we do have an assignment due on Sunday of this week that you'll need to meet with your professional for. As we previously discussed, if you're not currently working in a school setting or you feel like you need assistance getting paired up with a school, please let me know immediately so that we can make a plan for that. You can read all about the details of the interview and reflection assignment in step 3, integrated assessment, in this week's folder. The interview activity will allow you to expand your understanding of the types of assessments that are currently being used in the special education process, all the way from pre-referral through eligibility and then beyond to IEP creation. You'll actually administer the assessments that you discuss with your professional. So use this opportunity while you're sitting one-to-one to gauge your current level of understanding and then add to it. This is the time to ask questions with your professional to make sure that you're prepared moving into the next step. This week I'm going to make the permission to assess form available to you for those of you that need to obtain parental permission to test your student. If you want to get a jump start on that process, I'll make it available to you in the weekly folder. I know from my own experience that things that go home in backpacks that look like black holes don't always come back in a timely manner. So if you're feeling like that may describe your experience, take the opportunity to send that permission form home a little bit early. And then of course, if there's any parent or school administrator that wants to talk through the process or ask some questions, please don't hesitate to put them in contact with me, either through email or you've got my phone number as well. You'll also this week participate in our first discussion board. There are very detailed directions on how to engage in the discussion board on Blackboard. So if you're new to this process, don't fret. There's detailed directions with pictures that I've created for you. There are some specifics about the way we do discussion boards. So before you begin, I will advise you to read over the discussion board rubric to make sure that you understand the expectations and what we're asking of you and why we do the discussion board, okay? The timeline is a really important thing to consider. Your initial post is actually due Thursday of this week. And we do that so that the early birds, the early posters, and the night owls will have the same opportunity to engage in that rich dialogue by the end of the week, okay? We'll dive into our text for the first time this week as well. You're going to be looking at chapters 1 through 3. I've made some note-taking resources available to you. You'll see some PowerPoints that the publisher has actually created for each chapter. In the past, some students have really found these PowerPoints helpful as sort of an organizational supplement for note-taking as you're reading through the chapters. Please, please, please continue to utilize the Ask Your Instructor tab. We've had some great questions come through, and I know that some of you have really gotten your questions answered efficiently. Don't forget to read through what's already there before you post, because you may find that your question has already been answered. Please also, lastly, let me know if there's anything that I can do to be of assistance. I'm here to support you and your learning throughout the semester. Thanks, and have a great week.